The really interesting thing about having a daughter at such a young age is I feel like my childhood is so fresh in my memory. And because I started so young and was so passionate about music from such a really young age, we're all kind of waiting when she was born, like, okay, well, does she have the gene or is she going to like music? And it's so interesting because she is obsessed with science and math and has been since she was about 3 years old. And she's like, Mom, I want to be a paleontologist or an ornithologist. And our days are spent at the Natural History Museum. And she has books on science and animals. I was kind of relieved, I'm not going to lie. I was like, okay, good. You're going to have a real job. You're going to be like a researcher or something. I just know it. But the music thing is pretty unavoidable. I mean, she sings around the house and she loves music and she can carry a tune. I want her to do whatever she loves and is passionate about. I think that's one of the best lessons of advice that was given to me by my dad, especially, was he said, you know, life is short and there's no reason to be doing something you don't love. I think whatever she's passionate about, that's what I would push her to do. I don't want her to ever kind of settle for something that seems easier or more easily attained. You can be a scientist when you grow up. You can be an ornithologist and study birds. That sounds awesome. Now that my daughter is school age, you know, I have a big portion of my afternoons back, which when she was a baby, I gladly didn't have, but we were also on tour a lot when she was a baby. So we just took her everywhere we went. But now I have more of kind of a home routine. One of the hardest things for me about adjusting to motherhood has been leaving time for work. If I'm home and she's home and I have a song idea, I never have the chance to get to it because I'd rather be, you know, playing out in the yard or playing with her, or I end up doing laundry or something like that. So I realized that I had to kind of make my own office hours to keep creative. When creativity strikes, when you're in that mood and you're inspired, it's hard to stop it, to do those things, to like make dinner and give her a bath and put her to bed. So, you know, there are days where I'm like, I feel like Supermom and I get everything on my list checked, and there are days where I'm like, I didn't even see her today. I left before she went to school and I, you know, was back and she's asleep. So it's just, the thing that keeps me comforted is I'm a working mom, and I think of all of the working moms around the world, and you know, some of them are going through the same thing, and mine is like a walk in the park in comparison. So that's just, I'm a working mom.